Good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me. It's time for round 18. As you can probably hear, I don't have a huge amount of voice, so this is obviously going to be a bit of an issue, bit of an issue. So if it seems a little bit as if we are rushing through this evening, that's kind of because we are, because I hope to get through all of the games with at least some of my voice intact. So we won't won't hang around too much. Scott's, what do you say, Scott? If you can go early, yeah, sure. We'll see as soon as Tato turns up. I'll make sure we get you on if you want to be early. Um, Whoever's playing Stanley are going to be late because I promised Mike that I would put him on later. But yeah, sure as soon as Tato's on, then we'll get you on. No worries. Evening, Ian. Evening, Paul. Good to see you both. um, while we wait for the full crew to turn up. Evening, Alex, Mats. Just remind ourselves of the fixtures this evening. Badgers against Los Santos. We'll kick off as soon as possible. Scott, East Coast and Dudley. That's a good old encounter there. We have Exiles against Sloths. That should be an interesting one as well. Foss Road against Sanctay. Um, Colchester against Stanley, and then league leaders Northern Burn taking on the Haggis. Ian is here already. The other Ian will surely be on his way. And we have Daggington against the Vikings as the last of our fixtures. I can see and Alex and Paul are both already here, so we could potentially kick off with Stackington against Vikings, unless there are any objections. Um, Quick look at the table first, though. Well spotted. Yeah, it is me. Well spotted. Yeah, not got a ton of voice, so we'll get through this relatively quickly. So apologies for that. I'll try not to rush, but it's not gonna be a lot of chatting from me tonight. So congratulations or apologies, whatever is the best. Oh, Scott says he wants to go as early as possible, and Tato's here. Tato, so you get to go. You get to go first. What do you think about that? Excited to see the new badge as well. You won't have to wait long. We'll get you on straight away. Paul wants to go early as well. Okay, well that's no problem. We'll do LSK against Badgers, and then we'll do Vikings against Dackington straight after that, and that should get the early birds out of the way. And then we'll leave Stanley for later. Hopefully Mike will be able to make it. So quick look at the table first of all. 10 points from Northern Burn down to seventh place, which means that there's still potential for a bunch of people. Phil, hello and welcome. Um, there is still potential for a bunch of the teams down here to make up some ground on Foss Road, Haggis, East Coast, maybe Dudley and Northern Burn. I won't say they're secured the queue, but it kind of looks like it. Mr. Edwards, hello. And down at the bottom, unfortunately, Stackington, although things are looking a bit brighter than they were, still not great on 11 points. Los Santos are just ahead of them. Um, Alex, you've been watching and learning for ages, Alex. But if Paul wants to go early, then we'll do that. Make a break for the Badgers tonight. Is it really on 20 points to 20? Yeah, I guess it is kind of make up. Anyway, let's have a look at the fixtures. It was Badgers against Los Santos we wanted to kick off with, so let's have a look at ah, Badgers against Los Santos. So indeed, a kind of new look. Obviously, Giggs and Tigalco. Um, are out. Not good, but it means that the new players can come in. We've got Jargatos coming in on the left-hand side. We've got Bank coming in at the middle. Romero is playing up front. Amoruso, Stanic, Davids, Mendieta on the wing back or attacking winger, who knows? Ushvalusi and Klump at the back. Toldo in goal. Stanic is an 87% fitness. Doesn't seem to bother the manager, but he has got options. Rayad, of course, is the obvious one coming off the bench to replace in case of any problems. So good luck to the Badgers. Good. They get numbers. Everyone gets numbers. Ryan Giggs is a Pete's taker. Naja. I believe that I need to quickly do the. I did say to Scott I would do this before the show. I haven't had time, so I just need to quickly do this. So you can have a look at the loading screen while I while I refresh the Los Santos tactics, as promised. Um, we had a bit of a funny one with the tactics For Los Santos, I did get it. Where is it? Oh, indeed in the spam folder. Report is not spam. We'll see if that helps for next time. Um, so apologies for the slight delay while we get this done. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves or entertain the guest that came all the way from Brazil to be with us this evening. Meanwhile, just double checking that I'm not giving away any secrets here. I'm apparently not. We shall load the new tactic for these guys. Those of you who put the team name in your tactic, you can maybe consider putting it at the front. It sorts in alphabetical order, so it's helpful to have the team name in there, of course, but it's even better to have it at the front of the tactic so that we don't have to scroll through. I don't delete them, and there's like 100 items in the folder already, so this would be easy. Either way, if you give me 2 seconds, we'll get this game underway. I'll make sure I remember to pop back to the actual screen. Get Scott's lineup done. Um, the tactic is loaded, so I should be able to put the screen back on. There you go. So you'll be able to see his lovely lineup for this evening, which is in no particular order. It is Taibi. Taibi in goal, Maldini by himself at the back. At the DML, we have Lisa Rasu, we have Sauri, we have Kalatse, we have Biscan, then there is Nedved, there is Ferguson. They are joined by Kutuzov and Debsky, and last but not least, of course, we have Anelka up front. On the bench, it is. He did say Taibi again on the bench, so I'm not sure what that's about, but we'll put Dudek there just for argument's sake. License, Sand, and Tristan. So there we go. So apologies for the slight delay. Hopefully you found time to entertain each other. Um, that team looks dreadful. I think I've got transfers incoming, no idea who they are, etc., etc. Okay, good, 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 good. So we're good to go. Apologies for that. We will get this game started straight away. Anelka gets number 10. I'm sure he is happy with that. Looks like he's going to be indispensable at this Los Santos side. Predictions are welcome, of course, but we'll kick this one off by just the reigning champions. Seems a long time ago now, mainly because it is against Los Santos. Debsky, who I've got great hopes for forming a partnership with Anelka up front, of course. It did look as if they had a couple of very good early chances. Los Santos, interesting with the one at the back formation. Um, it's a bit of a gamble, but we've seen stranger things pay off. So potentially um, a good move by the manager there, a good save by Taibi, but it's Romeo who opens the scoring for the Badgers. I believe Jagatos was involved just prior to the actual goal being scored. A visiting manager won't be too happy with this. Won't be too happy that Anelka hasn't scored yet either. Always a gamble picking him on. He's obviously fallen out of favor, or the manager has had a lot of patience with him at his previous club. Tato says, as is till 60, we will have a look. Oh, that's gone well for them. Less good for Los Santos. Fives for Biscan and Ferguson. That's surprising. Kutsov and Elkandevsky are in sixes. Defensive line are doing okay. Scott says, as is as well. Let's have a quick look at who got the assist. It was Mendieta. It was from the other side, actually. Eights at the back and sevens a little bit further up. And we'll fire up the second half straight away. They are trying, but that's the hour mark gone there, and no further goals and no further shots in those first 15 minutes. This is your Badgers team. A couple of eights there for the wingbacks and the keeper. Everyone else on a 7. Condition-wise, you have no concerns, but Stanic is down to 77. Tato loves this formation. No idea if it's going to work, but it's fun as balls. Scott says, as is. leaving Anelka on, of course. We'll just have a quick look at the performance from Los Santos. It's a couple of players with, enjoying it quite a lot. Rayed for Amoruso, please, and that's all. We'll do that. Unfortunately, Biscan for some reason is struggling there on a 5. That's unusual for him. So we will see. Maybe they're just getting used to the new formation. You want Amoroso off, and he is where? He's there for Rayed, and that's it. And we'll run till full time with this one. Amoroso immediately looking to get involved, and Nelka was hacked down there, but didn't get anything that resembled a free kick or a chance out of it, I think. Not sure exactly sure what happened, and Elka was involved again, Debsky involved again, a couple of chances. We'll just slow that down for the last 10 minutes. Plenty of excitement still in this one. Los Santos retained possession, but then it's immediately Jagatos who has it. Sauri cuts it out and moves forward. Is that going to be a yellow for Desai? It's not. It's going to be that time of the season where lots of players are sitting on a yellow, very, very close to suspension. I can't remember how many it is that they need to collect, but it is definitely. I've seen a fair few with a yellow next to their name. You should see it in the pack as well, of course, if you want to ever consider that before the playoffs. There's a out jumps Anelka. Is that going to be the last action of the game? It's a bit of an anticlimax. Decent enough game. Most of the chances created by the Badgers, not terrible for Los Santos. Of course, in terms of chance creation, it wasn't great. But some decent, solid performances actually, I would say at the back. 8 for the lone M MDC. Kalata did well. The wingers did relatively well. Biscan pulled it up and came on. Sorry, and got a 7. But the attack and play didn't really work out. Maybe some through ball settings or something that the manager needs to look at. Direct passing, who knows? And Elka at least had a couple of shots. Unfortunately, just a 6. He is a bit of a morale player, so we'll see if he improves in the coming games. Next up, we're going to go with Vikings against Stackington, as requested by Paul. I think Stackington on the home side in this one, so we will go first with them. Interesting lineup from these guys. Oh, your match stats. What happened to your match stats? For the individual. Oh, at the end, please. Yeah. I'll click through it. Sorry, man. Um, Stackington against Vikings instead. This is the lineup for Stackington. We've got Buffon in goal, Viali and Jorge Costa at the back there, 3 DMCs. Rivaldo and Contra on the wings, Gustavo Lopez and Agahawa behind Defoe up top. I'm not sure if Jermaine Defoe has really been a Super League name or someone that anyone has really noticed doing things in the Super League before, but who knows? Maybe he will this evening. Who knows? Zlatan as well, but he kind of comes and goes. Sometimes people try him out. He scores a goal, everyone gets excited, and then that's it. We'll see what he can do at Stackington. Nice formation, solid players that he's got involved here. So leaving a bit of a gap when they're attacking around the middle area here, but maybe chances will be created down the flanks. We will see. That's just Atkinson's side. There was only one change for the Vikings. I believe it's Simeone coming back in for Patrick Pauve, who completely drops out. He's got Palermo still on the bench, Terry, Volodenkov, and Andre, the goalkeeper. Um, Up to 8th now for the Vikings after a poor start to the season. So congratulations with that, Paul. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the year. Stackington up against the Vikings in their lovely away kit. And it is a home side who forces Shiotis into making a brilliant save there. And in this Defoe, he can do it in the Super League apparently. His first goal of the season, Stackington 1-0 up against the Vikings. Managers were talking about this in advance. I think Alex got the bragging rights last time. Oh, and who had seen this one coming? Jermaine Defoe with the brace in the first 15 minutes. Apparently, Alex knows exactly how to deal with the Vikings. Very unexpected, I would say. Maybe not a 2-0 lead. It could. The Staggington are a different side now, but Jermaine Defoe with a double. Didn't see that one coming. Didn't see that one coming. And we get to halftime, and it's been 4 shots on target for Stackington. All 4 of them actually hit the target. 50-50 for Vikings. 2 on, or 2 attempts, and one of them actually reached the goal. 23% of the headers won, if anyone pays attention to that. Not ideal. Stackington, it's funny. Funny that. Assist for Agahawa and Rivaldo. Manager will be happy with that. Not sure how the people at the back are all on sixes, but there we go. That's a topsy-turvy way of looking at it. Three shots, three on target, two goals, and he has an eight. That's not fantastic. Not one any headers, unsurprisingly. Meanwhile, the Vikings have struggled. Let's be fair. Pablo Aimar had a shot on target. He's on a five. Hersey's still on a five. Everyone else is on sixes. I don't know, Paul. Bauman's down to 84% fitness already. I don't know, Paul, if you want to make any changes already, or if you want to 60. I wait till 60. I can see Alex as is. Vikings, of course, have John Terry, they have Volodinkov, and they have Marcin Palermo on the bench, so they do have options. But I'll let Paul confirm one way or the other if he wants to make any changes. I'm there in a central midfield role as well. There's a lot of pressure on his creative shoulders to stem the attacking flow of the opponents. Not really managing to do that so far this evening, and very rare to see Hersey putting in such a poor performance as well. Del Vecchio, of course, much talked about transfer with Ian Jeremies. I think so far Jeremies is probably doing slightly better. Just a quick reminder of the stacking ton assists. They were for Rivaldo and Agahawa. Manager will be very pleased with that. I believe Paul was here earlier. Um, said that he wouldn't mind going early. I'm not sure if the stream might be lagging on his end or something, but we'll roll till the left footer is on the left. It pains me for no discernible reason. But is it not the case that you should have the left footer on the right and the right footer on the left so that they can do stuff? Here's your for Palermo. Thanks, Paul. We'll do that. And let's go to 60. Oh, again, getting involved. He's looking for the hat trick. Not getting it so far. Would he get it now? If he does not. So here is your. Let's have a look. It's unchanged in terms of shots on actual target. Um, Sixers at the back. Good attacking performance. Jermaine Defoe did nothing. He completed one pass and moved up to a nine. So that's fairly good, Alex. If you want to do something, now's the time. You've got Burns and Dabo, the defensive options. Vikings, I'm afraid it's a show of fives. there's three fives. Only two of them still on the pitch, to be fair. But Katz and Ferdinand on a five, and I'm still on a five. Volodenko and Terry attacking options have kind of been used up a little bit. Maybe you want to move players forward or do something. I don't know. I will let you consider and confirm. Bauman's down on 78% in terms of fitness. Everyone is doing okay. Alex is already confirmed as is. Fine for wingers, not for centre backs. I thought there was a logic to it that the left footed should play somewhere after centre half. Well, maybe Rio will be up for auction. The manager loses faith or patience. He has got a very talented John Terry who could potentially come in and do a job there. He goes Palermo up top in a two. See if that brings an equalizer. Doesn't look like it, although Vikings have had a chance or two there with Simeone coming forward here. Aymar comes forward now. Are Stackinson getting a little bit tired? 2 minutes left, 1 minute left, plus added time. Aymar tries again. Final whistle goes. Just a shot each for on target for the manager since no changes at the hour mark. Excellent performance by Stackington to keep the clean sheet. And a tough one for Vikings. The manager predicted himself it would be a difficult one. Beaten by Alex last time out in the swamp or the something else. A small horse, perhaps. Alex unbeaten? 3 wins and a draw. I think he lost one. I think he lost the second game he managed, didn't he? Yeah, Defoe back in the big time. Excellent performance there. Yeah, everybody happy, I guess. William Vialli, a bit surprising. He's usually very, very solid, only getting a six. Yeah, it was a tough one. Didn't really click for the Vikings this evening. Palermo came on and got a 7-0, which was always good news. But something wasn't really working out for the Vikings in those circumstances or under those conditions or against this particular tactic. Who knows? Back to the drawing board. Shame for Vikings. They were looking at closing the gap, but it's widening a little bit for the playoff. Unfortunate. So bad luck, Paul, and congratulations to Alex. I'm not sure if I've seen Steve or Dimple as yet this evening. What else have we got? Haggis are playing Northern Burn, I think, and both of the Ians are here, so we can go ahead with that. Haggis and their 23-man squad with new faces, Kopiashvili and Figo, who joined them as well. Looking to make an impression here away at Northern Burn. Always a difficult place to go, but if anyone can do it, maybe it's Jens Jeremies and his brave soldiers here, Petkov, Juan Gomez. They are of course without Schmutz. Thomas Schmutz has been returned to the exiles. We'll probably see him in action later. But good luck to Haggis and Mr. Campbell in their battle away to Northern Burn. Here they are, Northern Burn. They are hampered by an injury to Inzaghi. Apart from that, it's business as usual. They have Morientes up top. I think Kuhl is down in central midfield for Riquelme, who's moved forward as he was earlier on. I think at the start of the season, Riquelme played up top. Um, Emerson De Vieira, Hubert Campbell, Iker Casillas, Milevski, Brosek, no surprises there from Bern. And can they keep up their form here and stay top of the table? I think they are on a run of goalless games, aren't they? There was one goal in the last one, yeah, but it's been slim pickings for the Northern Bern strikers and Inzaghi out injured. That's not going to help anyone. But we'll kick this one off and see if they can refine their goal scoring form against the Haggis. First half gets underway. I think Zenden made an important challenge there. I'm not sure how that happened, but he did. Huge amount of pressure from Northern Burn in the first 10 minutes, but Haggis are fighting back. Here comes Huel, and it's Morientes involved again with a chance. I think he put it wide though. Um, nice one, Paul. Straight swap for Jeremies, absolutely. Oh, and meanwhile, Ruud van Nistelrooy has opened the scoring for Haggis. The kind of sluggish form of Northern Bern, unfortunately for Ian Edwards, continues here. But it's Riquelme, just as I say that, who brings it back to level pegging. Great goal for him there. He was very, very dominant early in the season. I think he was topping the combined scores and assist charts at some point anyway. Many, many goals and assists for him early on. And he's kept this one alive for Northern Bern. Only the one shot on target. Very, very disappointing for the manager to see that for sure. Unlikely he will change anything at half time, but indeed, as is. Meanwhile, over in the Hackers camp, the manager might be inclined to do something different. We'll put the Northern Burn stats up. Patrick Vieira's on a yellow. Milevski and Brosek and Morientes are struggling a little bit, but Riquelme keeping them alive here. Good solid defensive performance as you'd expect. Meanwhile, the Haggis side, it was Figo with the assist on his debut for the club. He is only on a 6, probably because of the yellow. Ibrahim Said has not touched the ball, pretty much. He has done a couple of tackles though, so that wasn't too bad. And a 6 for Tomadera. I wonder if he should be playing. Shouldn't it be Kluivert? I can't remember, to be honest. It was one or the other, or Kluivert played last time, and now Tomadera was playing. Um, I forget these things, so apologies for my poor memory. I do think that Tomadera was playing. Yeah, I just double checked the file, and he definitely was. So Ian, anything at halftime for you? Swap, Jacks, and Figo. That's it till 60. So we will do that. Color Jacks, wherever you are. There we go, and we roll till 60. Data runs in offside position. It's been all Northern Burn so far in the second half. Coming up to the hour mark, will something happen there? Was Riquelme getting involved as well? Oh, that's not gone well. Patrick Vieira's off on a red card, his second yellow of the evening. Maybe not known to be the most violent player in the league, but he can pick up a few yellows here and there, and he has picked up 2 this evening. Question is, will we see Milevski going back and Kuhl going in centrally by himself, or will Ian pull Riquelme back as well and leave Brosek as the sole AMC? That's the question that the Northern Burn manager have to ponder. We will obviously treat this as the 60 anyway, as we are on 59. So we will see what the manager decides to do here. Big loss for them. I think he's already been out, either suspended or injured earlier in the season. Patrick Vieira as well, obviously brought in to be the main DMC man there, but um, having a bit of a tough time at the moment. He was on an 8 as well, doing really well before he got sent off. Who else could come in and do something as well, maybe? I don't know if there will be any substitutions here, but we'll have to do something, obviously, to fill the gap. It seems a little bit dangerous to leave that DMC role open, but Mr. Edwards knows what he's doing. I'm sure he's pondering his options as we speak. After a good swap in with Figo and Karlajak there. Indeed, indeed. I mean, Figo apparently, if you believe the database, has his strengths as a winger rather than as a central player. Behind the chair, scratching his chin as we speak. Potentially, yes. I hope so. I hope he hasn't had a heart attack seeing that. I knew there was something coming like that. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Morientes off for Joe Cole. Really? What are we doing here? Swap Cole with Brosek. Milevski to DMC. Put Cole in Milevski's position. That's it. Any arrows? Or just like this? We can come back to it anyway if there are anything. We'll go central for. Okay, sure, sure, sure. Do we get the option also? Yes, because this is the hour thing, so you get it as well. I just didn't want to click out while Ian was writing because he wanted to see his obvious options. Obviously, you can have a look as well. You have Jens Jeremy's on a yellow. Dare you risk a second yellow for him? Will we see Kopiashvili? Kluivert perhaps? I'll go and move Riquelme afterwards, Ian. Literally a game of chess, this. Manager shuffling the pieces about, considering their options. Pires Vajax swap with Figo, Kluivert for Tomadera. Okay, Pires Vajax, Figo back, Kluivert for Tomadera. Wonderful, excellent. Back to Northern Burn. We come in central. Still with arrow or without arrow? I'm guessing without, but I'll let you have the final say, obviously. Is out. Please, I'm all good. Perfect. Let's run until the end. Thank you very much, both managers. Some serious thought put into this and some changes that both of you will naturally hope will bring you the victory. Let's see. It's Patrick Kluivert. Oh, he's been ruled out for offside. Manager thought he'd had a absolute stroke of genius there. He has. It is Patrick Kluivert. Just as I was trying to find an excuse for him for not scoring, he has made it 2 on Haggis. Uh, will the way back into this for Northern Burn? It is a goal. It is Riquelme again. No one picks up this run. 10 men Burn score a dramatic equalizer. That arrow making all the difference. Good job. We checked on that. And here comes Van Nistelrooy. Oh, Milevski gets in the way of it. I think it was just 1 or 2 more minutes to play. Will there be another chance? Back up to Kluivert. Milevski onto Cole. Cole into the area. Here's Riquelme. He shoots. And the keeper saves it. Drama right at the end here. Huge drama right at the end here. Riquelme finding that equalizer just before the end, and plenty of action still to come, and a last minute save from the Haggis keeper who kept it at 2-2. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. 12 shots, 6 on target for Northern Burn, who did not seem, apart from the first couple of minutes, didn't really seem to be too troubled by that red card. They had the goal disallowed, of course, Haggis by Kluivert there. Um, Meanwhile, Riquelme, no assist, doing it all by himself, man of the match and a nine, plenty of passes as well for him. Very, very good manager. Will just have to consider what he does to cover that Vieira spot for the next game, obviously. Meanwhile, over at Haggis, Jens Jeremy's on a nine, but there's average ratings and then there's actual contributions. So you know, swings and roundabouts. Ruud van Nistelrooy gets goal and an assist. Figo the other assist, and Kluivert came on and scored. Great game, as Paul says, very entertaining, especially the last 30 or so minutes, and really appreciate you taking your time with the changes and the substitutions. Definitely not trying to rush anyone. I know I say that I wanted to do it quickly because of the voice, but you obviously have all the time that you need to put the proper effort into it, and I think it paid off for both managers in this instance. So well played, both of you, and a great game, great advert for the league. Again, not seen these boys around yet. But I see that sloths are here, so maybe we go to Alf. Alf and the boys. They're up against Exiles. I don't know if Neil's about, but can be. He is often lurking. This is sloths. They are hampered by injury to Keane and Shearer, of course. Although they haven't been prolific goal scorers this season, they are two goal scorers. Has Medovic, I think is how you say it. Eldar, perhaps, is an easier one. Comes in and makes his debut at AMC for Sloths. You've probably all seen him. He has got 20 finishing and has developed pretty nicely. Has played well for Australia as well. Five caps and two goals. So he comes in and in this slightly amended narrow formation with a little bit of width. I'm allowed to call him Eldar. Hatsime Medovic. That's the man. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We will do Eldar for now. Um, if he doesn't score, then I won't have the problem. To your point on how many chances you're going to miss. So that's the sloths. He gets a new number. Plenty of new faces for the Exiles, is as I recall. We'll see who gets numbers. Smoots for sure is one. Let's have a look at it this way. Smoots come in. Kalushny comes in. I thought Valtolina is a new one. Guede as well is a new face as well. The Elder Statesman. He's 19 though. Ironically speaking, maybe or sarcastic, whichever one it is. So it'll be interesting to see how those new faces change things up for the Exiles, who are on a decent run. They're up into third, and of course Sloth are looking to close that gap on that formation. Put three past me last time. Yeah, but you made changes to your formation though, Alf. So maybe. Sloth still chasing. Desperately need the 3 points here though. Desperately need the 3 points. Evening Dimple. I've been holding off with your game. Don't worry. Still waiting for Steve to turn up as well, and we'll get you two underway. Four players, all getting numbers. We proceed to the match. Exiles at home to Sloths in their lovely away kit, and we will see who picks up the 3 points in this one. Sloth apparently conceded three last time against this formation. Let's see if they can do better this evening. Um, it's been action at both ends, or action from both colors. Whether any of it has resulted in actual huge chances, I'm not sure. That was a fine save for the Sloth's keeper. Costanzo was involved there for Exiles, but I think it might have been a goal kick. Kalusny comes forward. Charlie Chaos, who's been quiet of late, not finding the back of the net. Great last. Oh my goodness, it's Rui Costa who opens the scoring for the visitors. Eldar was involved earlier. I think he had a good run on goal, but Nesta managed to stop him. Um, Three shots, three on target for Exiles. They are the ones who are missing the chances. Alf, let's see how many chances you miss in this one. You've only had one shot on target and it's gone in. So don't complain. Don't complain. We'll have a look at the Exile stats first. It's sixes and sevens. Ser Roberto's down to 81 fitness. Could be a bit of a concern. Potential injury, perhaps. I think you can see it, can you? Yeah, indeed, a potential knee injury he's carrying there. But it's probably gonna be fine. Charlie Chaos, as mentioned, not slacking off, but he hasn't been as impressive as he was early in the season. Schmutz as well, also not having the dream debut that his manager had dreamed of, perhaps. Meanwhile, over at the Sloths, Eletro is doing a great job in goal. No assists, so it was Rui Costa all by himself. Petit's on a six, Eldas on a six, Ronnie's on a six, Makalele's on a six, but there are some sevens in there. Alan Smith is on a seven, Kessman's on a seven as well, and Yap Stam, of course, doing brilliantly at the back. I guess Neil's not about, but Alf, if you could confirm if you want to make any changes here at halftime, that's your condition numbers. Everyone seems to be doing okay. Al says, as is, we roll until 60. It took me this long, Smut. It took me this long to get the elder statesman Alf connection rather than the actual player. So, but just to let you know that I did get it in the end. We kick off the second half. Us looking for an equalizer against Sloss, who are hoping to hold on for dear life for the 3 points that they desperately need in their chase for a playoff spot. We're approaching the hour mark, and it flew past the hour mark. Farias thought he'd scored, got the goal ruled off for offside, kicked the ball away, and picked up a yellow. That's where we're at with that's where we're at. Spartak Sloths. This is looking good now. Electropoulos on an 8, Kessman on an 8, Costa on an 8, Alan Smith on an 8. Petit maybe not liking the sideways move that much, but not doing badly. Eldar on a 6 though, and you do have Bruging on the bench. That's always tempting, isn't it? I'll show you the condition stats as well. Everyone doing okay. Everyone in the 80s. Bruging for Eldar, and that is it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We will do that. And for Exiles, just for Neil's benefit, we can see that they are actually playing quite well for ES. Um, is this the old Valen Pineapple? If not the old Valen Pineapple, then it's very close to the old Valen Pineapple. But indeed, very, very similar. Um, I can't remember the arrows on the MCs though. But yeah, it could very well be. We concede late goals. I mean, with this attitude, is this an Oldham supporter thing? Ah, yeah. Anyway, let's see. You've got 15 minutes left. You've got 4 minutes left to survive. Apologies, I pressed the wrong button there. You've got 3 minutes left to survive. We'll slow it down. We'll see if you can hang on. It's Rui Costa. It's Smith. Smith taking on Nesta. Closed down by Colucci though. Couldn't find the back of the net. And there is Christian Vieri. The manager called it. They concede late on. Vieri goes top of the goal scorers chart. With that, he is on 10 goals now. Unlucky for the Sloths. It looked as if they were going to hold on. Se Roberto stepped up, whipped in the cross. Vieri got his 10th of the season. You were right. You did tell me. You did tell me. 5 shots, all 5 on target. Sloths eventually only had the 2 on target of the 7 chances that they did have. A goal though, and a decent enough performance. A little bit of work on the DMCs maybe with the arrows, and this could be it. This could be it. There's definitely a lot of joy for the central midfielder for Rui Costa. Alan Smith did well as well to Reba West on an 8. So yeah, overall not a bad Sloths performance and a point away against third place. This is not a bad outcome really, especially considering they have the top scorer in the league, Christian Vieri, now on 10 goals. I think he is up there by himself. So good result for Sloths, even if the manager will have been disappointed by having conceded so late on. I think taking a point away at third place team is not a bad outcome. It says we have Foss Road against Sancte up first, so I think Ross is here as well, so I guess we can roll with this one, and then we'll do the East Coast Dudley game. Steve has just arrived as well. We'll do that one after. Hopefully we've got this one right. We've got Holland and Turam at the back, Gerard, Keane, Yakubu behind them. Then we have Sabrata, Verong, and Ortega there. Muslimovic at the AMC role and Crespo up top. I believe those are the current squad setup for Foss Road Unicorns. Sixth place, still in the playoffs. Picking up 3 points here would be very, very valuable for them, opening up that gap. Yakubu and Gerard the wrong way around. We spotted that. It's upside down, of course. Yes, indeed. I see that now. Why do people do that? Why? Why do you have the goalkeeper up top? I mean, it's not a CM thing. It's not a CM thing, and it confuses me. Anyway, strong 11 that. Thanks for pointing it out. I did linker on the screen a little bit just to make sure we got that. Up against Club Sancti de Salutis, who have Niki Foringo. That's the big exciting signing for them. They're going with an interesting formation that we have seen before, a wall type formation here. Hag is other people played the 5 DMCs plenty in the past. So let's see how that worked out for Sancte. In Penta up top, Totti and Nikiforenko forming the AMC partnership. Van Bronckhorst, Tachinardi, Boateng, Abusini, and Duff on the right hand side. That's pretty solid. Lausen and Argel. I'm not sure if that's my favorite defensive pairing, but could potentially prevent the opponents. Good front three, yeah, indeed. Totti, Nikiforenko, and Impensa, definitely solid front three there. Let's kick this one off and see what Fossroad can do against Sancte. Nikiforenko gets number 12. I lose to Ross in every team he goes to, and I've never beaten Sancte. This is only going to go one way. Oh, well, times change or something. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this one. Maybe you will win. You scored. You scored the first goal. Crespo's not going to let Vieri sit alone at the top of the goal scorers chart. He's on 10 as well for the season. After 8 minutes opening and scoring for the home side, there was a yellow card for someone. I failed to see who that was. Probably one of the Sancte players. There's a yellow card for Keane. Oh, Roy Keane got sent off. Just as things were going super well, Roy Keane got sent off for pushing Mike Duff in the chest. Over to Smuts for any changes. Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane sent off on the same evening. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would even be possible? What odds do you get on that? I mean, it's set up to just go as is, if it's any consolation. Aguero for Muslimovic in the middle of the 3 DMCs. Where is he? There we go. In the middle of the 3 DMCs. He's on a home set. Yeah. Let's see. I guess. Lilian Thuram was set as captain. If you want to change that, let me know. But Lilian Thuram is your captain now. Ross, if you're here, you obviously also have an option to make changes now when there's a red card involved. As I remember, this is what I failed to do the last time Foss Road picked up a red card. As I recall, I didn't allow the opponents or something, or they could have but didn't. I don't know. Ross says, "Let's roll." Hopefully, this will change things around for you, mate. Um, and indeed it has. Akinadi with the equalizer immediately after that red card was given. Very disappointing for the home side, obviously. And it's been a lot of Sanctay since that, but not had it all their own way. And Hernan Crespo puts Foss Road back in the lead 2-1. Um, Very interesting and entertaining first half. 9 shots, 6 on target for Foss Road. Plenty of firepower in that team. No headers won almost by Sancte and only 3-1. We look at the Foss Road stats first. Kevin Hoffland on a 9. Incredibly, Sambrota as well got the assist. Sevens for Take Ever Wrong, and the boys are Crespo with 2 goals as well as Defoe only on an 8 at half time. Copying him a bit here, he has done very poor in terms of passing the ball and not won any tackles. But 6 shots, 3 on target. Maybe the miss percentage could be a little bit better. But those are your numbers. Smuts, if you want to do anything, let us know. Condition wise, everyone is doing fantastic. Meanwhile, over on the Sanctuary side, apologies. Boateng's not liking it. Lausen's not liking it. Arca's not liking it. No one's really liking whatever it is that they're doing. Duff and Van Bronckhorst on the wingbacks are doing okay. Smart says as is. Let's just double check the condition. Everyone is doing great. Ross, if you want to make any changes here, now's your time. Obviously, 1 goal down, 1 man up. Time for a second striker, perhaps. Um, Roy Keane officially for sale for DM of similar value. Oh, interesting. You have 2 striking options on the bench. Owen and Montella, of course. Wierciechowski. Oh, I can't remember what he does, but he could potentially come in as well, I guess. He's a goalkeeper, isn't he? Not sure that would do anything. Bertin, on the other hand. might contribute, but I'll let you ponder for a couple of minutes or seconds or whatever it takes, and let me know what you want to change. Smuts has officially gone as is. Meanwhile, the rest of you can fire in your bids for Roy Keane. And who do you have at AMC you want to get rid of? Boateng for Montella. I already like the sound of this. Why is he not moving? Boateng for Montella. Montella alongside Mpensa. Remove the arrows from Takinardi and Ambrosini. Everyone wants Roy Keane. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's run this till 60 and see if anything happens. It was all Sancte immediately after that red card. Then, just before halftime, Fossroad popped up, got the equalizer. That flew past 60 minutes. So apologies for that. It's up to 70. Sancta had a chance or two. Foss Road as well. Um, yeah, I don't know if you want to do anything as much. You have got Alex and Heskey on the bench, or if you're just gonna hang on for dear life. Crespo not for sale. Condition-wise, I presume you're doing fantastically well. And I will go over to the Sancte side. Oh, we'll just have a look at the stats first. Not improved. Aaron will run and done. So I will go back and do that quickly. And then over on this side, we have sort of not great performances defensively. Forward is looking a little bit better. Nikiforenko, disappointingly, only sick. I guess the manager's not going to be particularly happy with that. Um, Totti, Montea, and Pensa. There's a lot of firepower in there, but somehow they're just not getting the ball or not being effective with it when they do have it. But we'll see if forward arrows on Totti and Nikki and Dunn throwing the guys forward here. Excellent. Good. Love to see that. Let's see if we can have such an exciting end as we had to the Haggis burn game in this one as well. Um, we'll slow it down at the end. There comes Van Bronckhorst, all square now. Yellow card for someone. Didn't see who that was. A yellow card for Ambrosini there. Let's slow this down. Too much stuff is happening. I can't even keep up. Um, and then, of course, it quiets down a little bit. There's Crespo. Argel makes the tackle. Nikiforenko holding on to the wrong shirt. Nikiforenko's first contribution of the day is picking up a yellow card. No one's going to be happy with that. Um, Takinardi's what? Takinardi's off. It's all happening. It's all happening. What's Ross going to do? Is he going to try and hang on? Is he going to make some attacking changes? Ambrosini just moved centrally. Any substitutions? What are you thinking, Ross? Guys, give him some advice here. This is crazy. There's a lot of yellow cards in this one as well, to be honest. Smart still in with a chance. If you've all gone quiet because you're pissed off to talk about transfer someone else, somewhere else, and I'll be annoyed. Apologies. Smertin for Nikki. Smertin, Nikki Farengo getting pulled. Off you come, buddy. Tati Central. Excellent. Let me know what I can do tactically now, please. I have no idea what you can do tactically. I forget these things. I can think you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't take half an hour to tell me what it is. That's the least likely misspelling of necessary. I always have to double check the spelling of necessary after 20 odd years or whatever of living in the UK. Then you spell it with an M at the beginning. I made many mistakes spelling necessary, but never that one. Typo, I presume. All right, hopefully I can get through the last two games after this one as well. But I'll probably speak a little bit less. You can release Crespo for laugh. Hmm. Get William Ivanhoe on. Yeah. Alex for Yakubu. Where is Yakubu? There we go. And into AMC. Swap Ortega and then Sambrota. So Alex is on the left. I'm guessing this arrows off the what the central arrow on Ortega. I guess this arrow off Veron. I guess this. I don't know if it was clear enough. This is what I've done. Hopefully it's the right. Hopefully it's the right outcome. Um, Perfect, excellent. Right, last 5 minutes. We will definitely slow this one down. All the action coming right here at the end. Let's hope that something else happens. That would be a shame to go through all that trouble. Offside, Emilio Penza moves to zone. 3 minutes of added time coming up. And Penza takes the ball past Lilian Thuram. Here comes Penza, driven low. And it's three for Sancte, his fifth goal of the season. And Penza halfway towards the top scorers in the league. Will there be anything else in it? No, no, no. The attacking change did not pay off for Foss Road. Unfortunate. and the def- and the defensive change for Sancta had the opposite effect. So there you go. Sometimes life is like that. But an amazing game, very, very interesting and entertaining here. Plenty of chances for both sides. Plenty of chances for both. Yeah, Heskey, the lack of Heskey killed it for sure. The lack of Heskey. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. Kevin Hoffland on a nine. Crespo man of the match and a nine. There's so many stories in this. I'll have to do a post-mortem show on this one. There's so many yellow cards as well. Oliver Kahn gets an eight. Probably one of the best games we've had or most entertaining anyway, most entertaining games in any of the recent shows that we've had here. So appreciate it. Appreciate the efforts of the managers putting in with all of these changes. Whether it works out for you or not, it's wonderful entertainment for everyone else. So congratulations to Ross picking up the 3 wins away from home. Commiserations to Foss Road. Your own prediction came through there. So yeah, all good. Full test against Stanley. I haven't seen Mike, so I will give it just a couple of more minutes while we do East Coast against Dudley. This is how East Coast line up. Kowalczyk is injured. Boyer moves into the middle. Chadwick, who's come up from the reserves, is on the right hand side. Robin on the left. Salas Constantino up front, as mentioned. Rustico Mendes comes in at the back for Juliano, which is a bit of a surprise to me, but I'm fairly certain I got that. Indeed, I did. So that's how East Coast line up. Chat, we can get number 14. Why not? Kowalczyk, as I said, but he's not playing. Couple of things for Dudley. We've got Edwin Congo of all people joining the fun. So this is going to be interesting. I think only one other changes. I think Roberto Carlos came in, and I think he was going to play Trezeguet for Shevchenko, but it turns out to be Edwin Congo instead. So that's going to be an interesting one to follow. See how that see how that turns out for everyone involved. Let's get back to the action here with Dudley Hill taking on East Coast. We've run out of vocabulary, so hopefully not a lot will happen in this one. It was all Dudley the first couple of minutes. Edwin Congo and David Collins, the Coco combination there, uh, making all the right moves, but failing to find the back of the net. 15 minutes or 10 minutes to play before halftime. I've seen Edwin Congo's name numerous times. Whether that's because he's very recognizable or whether it's because he's done a lot, I'm not sure. But I guess he has been involved. Ronaldinho thought he'd taken the lead. It's ruled out. One more chance for Dudley, who's sign involved but couldn't get it. Chadwick, my new best mate, trying to talk him into a co-coms for us. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. That will be a tough first half for East Coast there. Not a single shot on goal. But apart from that, it's been kind of okay. Dudley is not an unusual performance for them. Not that many shots on goal. They have looked quite dangerous, though, I would say, despite not having that many shots. We look at the stats. It's Hetman on a 7, Van Bommel stands out on an 8. Collins and Congo are doing so-so. Hussein on a 6. Yeah, not looking brilliant. Um, but yeah, there we go. Dimple says this will just show the numbers anyway. Ronaldinho had that goal ruled out for offside. Rustico Mendes, Elias doing well. It's only really Boya that's struggling in the center of the park there in his kind of MC role. Could do a little bit better, but apart from that, it's been pretty good. Both managers goes as is till 60, so that's what we're going to do. Try and keep my eye on the clock here so we don't skip past it so dramatically as in the last one. But you never know what will happen. A yellow card for Rustico. I think that's kind of been the highlight so far. We've hit the hour mark, and is Constantino. Will this one stand? Yes, it will. East Coast with their, I presume, their first shot on target. Um, which hasn't been registered yet, although the goal has. Constantino finds the back of the net, opens the scoring for the home side. Lee Boy is still on a 6, Reyes is on the bench. An interesting player maybe to come on. Salas is only on a 6. Um, Fitness wise, Dimple, you have no concerns. Chadwick's on 85, that's your lowest. But apart from that, looking pretty good. Pretty good. Elias is on a 9, always good to see. Let me know if you have any changes. Meanwhile, over at Dudley Hill, um, not the worst performance, but Congo not had a shot on target yet. Considering I've seen his name about 10 times, that's disappointing. David Collins not at his best either. Hussein had a couple of shots. Uh, will the manager do anything at this point? Carlos is on a yellow. Um, right, well, we'll pop over and do that while Steve ponders. Salas off for Reyes. Reyes to right, AMC with one up top arrow on both the AMCs. There we go. And back to Dudley. See if that's as much time as Edwin Congo is going to get, or if he will have another chance in the last half hour to redeem himself. And to England are losing 0-2. Congo and Hussein for Trezeguet and De Alessandro and what? Congo and Hussein. Congo and Hussein for Trezeguet and De Alessandro swap De Alessandro with David Collins. I think that. Okay, perfect, perfect. Right, 30 minutes to play. Let's see how it goes. A bit light up top, the strike force there for Dudley Hill, but can they do something about it here? Doesn't look like it's in the on the cards, really. Should we slow it down just for the last minute or two? There comes David Collins. It's a foul. Gattuso holds onto Bommel's shirt. Roberto Carlos hits a free kick. Fantastic save by Bartes. Not a repeat of that World Cup final. Oh, what a story that would have been. Free kick to Dudley. Roberto Carlos shooting from range again. Over the bar this time. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Sad, sad, sad times for Dudley. Roberto Carlos with two big strikes right at the end there, but failing to find the back of the net. A million offsides involved as usual. 37% of headers won, no use to anyone. Sixes and sevens, 8 for Dyer and Lassisi. Um, yeah, not a big story there. Lassisi on that yellow. No huge stories on the Dudley Hill side. If we look over on East Coast, it's Say Elias, all about him with that 9 and assist for Salas. He got pulled. Constantino with the goal, getting the man of the match on an 8, although Elias is on a 9. There we go. Reyes comes on and does a 7. We might see him again. Interesting looking young player there. Really got a bunch of 20s in some decent places. So, yeah, we'll probably see him once or twice more this season, I guess, for East Coast as we get nearer to the end. Right, that brings us to Fulchester Stanley. I think both Mike and Dan are here now, so we can fire straight into this one. Of course, Pizarro is here. Pizarro is up top. He'll get a new squad number, and Beckham is back. I think those are the two main stories in the Fulchester camp. Um, that should be it. He gets number 11. Very nice. Red Rose Stanley. I think it was just, I forget again the number of changes made, but it was just Scanley back to DMC, and I think Robbie Savage came on. Yeah, that was the had there. So that's your Red Rose side. They're 11th at the moment. They've struggled a bit in the last two games to get a win. They've been entertaining games, but it looked as if their fortune had changed after they beat Dudley. But it's still been a bit tricky for them. Um, Viva the Super League evening, Duggan. Nice of you to join us. Are you going to uh, share anything interesting happening in the world of FPL? I thought it seems as if you were like promising to steal money from children or something like that. Anyway, we'll kick this one off so I can get so I can get the taste of stats on screen and sign off for the evening. Go and drink some tea. Um, let's see. Colchester, Pizarro, will he be the solution to their goal scoring problems? Anelka uh, fell out of favor. Um, and has left the club, of course. It's a couple of chances for both sides. Candela doing a lot of good work for Stanley down that left-hand side. Oh, and it's Rossini who opens the scoring for the visitors. Savage immediately picks up a yellow card just to try to even things out. And it's Semak. My goodness, it's all happening here. Two goals for Stanley. Four shots on, three of them on target. Full test of 3-1. Um, Main story of the evening, though, assist for Ronaldo and Mido, goals for Rossini and for Sergei Semak. Can you take form and player stats too? Yeah, eventually, maybe. I'll throw them up super quick. Um, as is, says Mike. Meanwhile, over in the Fulchester camp, Michelini on an 8. That's the best we can do so far. As is Fraser let down again. Well, he's not having the best, but also not the worst game. In terms of options on the bench, I think you are familiar with them. We will roll until 60, and that's 60. Um, Nothing changed, really. I think there was maybe one shot for Stanley in that first sort of phase of play. Um, Dan says play on. Not happy to bring on any of his subs. Mike, over to you. Do you want to make any changes to this one? Fitness wise, there are no concerns, and everyone's doing relatively well. Robbie Savage on that yellow. Maybe see Hargreaves in that role. But apart from that, I think everything is okay. I believe Ray. England 1-1 Bellingham. I didn't even know they were playing. Are Denmark playing? I don't know. I'd be, First I lost interest in club football. Now I've lost interest in international football. It's all go. Oh, let's see. Where is Vlahovic for Savage? I did not see that one coming. Move him to central striker. Middle to AMC. This guy goes to central striker. Central St. McDonald. Perfect. Love the formation. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Last half hour, we will see. I think I've done this right. Lavish for salad move. Media to AMC. I think that's right. And Central CMAC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That should be it. That should be it. Perfect. Last 28 minutes. Let's see if Fulchester can find a way back into this against this anchor-like formation. Um, Looks as if we're continuing pretty much in the same way that we did. Fulchester has a lot of the ball, a couple of the chances, but not able to find the back of the net. So far, 5 minutes to go, and it's Rossini, and that is the game beyond any doubt. We're into 94. Oh, it's a consolation. It's a new man. It's Pizarro. Don't forget to flash up my match stats. No need for analysis. Just want the screenshot from my own mic bank. Okay, perfect. I will do that. First of all, let's just break down this one. Sebastian Frey did not have a good evening. He led in 3 shots out of 4. Stanley Keeper did a little bit better and only led in 1 of the 3. Match stats: we got assists from Semak, from Ronaldo, from Mido, Rossini man of the match on an 8. Happy days for the manager, I am sure. Meanwhile, over at Fulchester, for some reason, Frey gets a 7. I'm not sure why, but everyone else did okay. I guess there was no like Lucio on a 6 is bad, but everyone else 7s and 8s. It's not a bad performance. It's not a 3-1 losing performance anyway. And Pizarro got the goal. That's at least something to take away from this one for the manager. Let's very, very quickly look at the Badgers stats. I believe that's what you wanted. Assist from Mendieta, Toldo, man of the match, Romeo with the goal. Hopefully that's it. You can have the match stats as well, and that should be it. Hopefully you will manage to get the screenshot out of that. Quick rundown of the results. 1-0 win for Badgers, 1-0 win for East Coast, 1-1 draw Exiles and Sloths. Amazing match for Road and Sanctay. 3-2 away win for Sanctay. Fulchester didn't pick up any points. Stanley got all 3 in that 3-1 victory. Another great game. Northern Burn against Haggis 2-2. Another red card in that one. And Stackington beating Vikings 2-0. Getting closer and closer to that 13th spot. We will remind ourselves of that just now. Just 1 point behind Los Santos. Both of them are quite far behind Sanctay because they, of course, picked up points. Slots picked up 1. Stanley now up on 21, picking up points this evening. Vikings had a bad one. Um, Badgers there on 23, Fulchester on 24. Very, very close to Foss Road, who lost as well. Haggis, who only got the draw on 28. Exiles with the draw as well. It was East Coast and Northern Burn who benefited mostly from this evening, extending their position at the top. Someone asked about form. Team stats form, yes, it's Northern Burn, Exiles, and all of this. Grab yourself a screenshot. Not looking good for Foss Road Unicorns, to be completely honest. Player stats will be out in the pack. I'm not going to sit and click through them now. My voice is completely dying. Thank you for your time and attention, gentlemen. It was a pleasure as always, and I will speak to you all again soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening.